Hello, I am Michelle and welcome back. I haven't been here in a hot minute, but I figured I would show you guys how I apply my foundation. First, you'll want to find a foundation that works for you. I got this one because it's on clearance, but it's okay. It's matte poreless Maybelline foundation. Depending on your skin type is what you'll have to consider when you purchase a foundation. And then I'm just dotting this on my face with a sponge. Okay, and you'll want to press foundation into your skin, and if you decide to use a brush, you'll also want to use that brush to either stipple it very quickly and push it into the skin slightly, because you want it to go inside and meld. You don't want it to sit on top, because when it sits on top it looks cakey. Okay, and you'll want to just work quickly. This sponge is dampened. If you use a sponge, you typically want to dampen it. Otherwise, it'll just soak up all of your product, and that's not good because you're trying to put it on your face and not into your sponge. Unless you think your sponge needs a makeover. Alright. I already primed my face. I used the L'Oreal Magic primer as well as the Wet n Wild matte primer. I used the L'Oreal one here and pushed it into my smile lines for where I have creases from smiling in my eyes. And that helps to smooth it out for when we later do concealer. Yeah. And when you use foundation, you want to make sure that you always bring it down your neck. You don't want your face and your neck to be a different color, as well as just quickly apply that on the ears, because those are really close to where you apply that foundation, and if you don't do this, it will look very silly later. Okay. If you have older skin, you'll probably want to use either a BB cream or a CC cream, something that's more moisturizing, or a cream foundation. Just because you don't want things to cling or seep into lines on your face. And when you do, you can use a sponge to blend or a brush. I typically, when I do concealer, I push it in using my ring fingers. It's a little bit easier to make it melt into your skin. And that way you can hide your under eyes a little bit better. If you start using too much product, you can literally just take your hand and wipe if you applied a little bit too much. I don't like to use too much concealer just because I have issues with concealers creasing on me pretty easily. And sometimes I look up, that way I get that right in to meld with different areas of my face and I make different expressions. Right, and then where's my powder? Here it is. I have the Laura Mercier powder. And when you powder your face, you never want to do what you see some girls do in movies, which is the swirl. Typically, I like to take the powder and press, because this is all about getting your skin to look like it's your actual skin, even though you are wearing makeup. Okay. I forgot to turn my little light on. And then I'll swirl it around my neck because I don't care as much. I got lazy. It happens. All right. Typically, I don't do my eyebrows before my foundation, but if it works, it works. All right. Next, I'm going to take the Flower Beauty powder, and this is in the color brown, and I'm going to use this as a bronzer because it melts into the skin very nicely. And I'm just gonna actually like dot that in the places I want it just because it is very pigmented. And then just swirl. Because when you swirl, it distributes the product better, whereas pressing helps it to adhere to one area of the skin better. I think the battery in my light died. Yay! Okay. And the thing with makeup is you always want to try and start with as little as you can, and because you can always add more, you don't want to start with everything and then not be able to take it back. Or you can take it back, it's just there goes all your work, and you would have to use a makeup wipe or whatever your preferred method of removing makeup is. And then bronzing is just supposed to add color back to the face after you took it away by using foundation. See? Just bringing a little bit of color back. And after bronzing, you can choose to contour, but I'm not going to contour today. I'm just basically using my bronzer as a little bit of a contour towards the inner part of my face here. So I'm just sweeping up into a C. And I'm just going to run this along my jawline as well. And then I'm going to get my ear a little bit too, because once again, you want your ears to match. All right, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup up, and I hope you liked this quick little tip for how I apply my foundation and a little bit of bronzer, and it was fun. All right, I hope everyone has a great day, night, you know, whatever. Just have a good time. Bye!